Welcome back to my channel about my Sylvanian families and toy collection. Today I'm going to show you a new creative toy that I recently got. They're called Color Cubes and they were created by Sarah Renee Clark. It's actually not a toy, but it's a tool used for artistic projects. But because it has to do with colors, I love colors and playing with colors, so to me it's a toy. You can use them to plan coloring book projects, and I'd like to use it to challenge myself to create colorful interiors for my critter homes. This is my Sylvanian Renard Fox mother, who I named Rosalind, and she has her own interior design company called Slyfully Stylish Interiors. She's going to find inspiration through the contents of these color cube boxes for her interior designs. So there are two boxes, and you could choose to buy both or just one, and each box has 250 individual cards like this one here. Each card has swatches of complementary colors to inspire all of your artistic projects. On the flip side of each card, you can see the beautiful, colorful photos from which the swatch colors are taken. I bought both sets of color cubes, and now I have a total of 500 different cards. The photo on each card is different, so 500 different photos, and the selection of colors on each card will not be repeated, but you will see that individual colors will be repeated throughout the different cards. For example, you can see that each card here has the color crimson. On the flip side, you can see how the photos that inspire the color swatches are completely different. So I hope you'll be interested in joining me for a series of videos I'll make where Rosalind from Slyfully Stylish Interiors will use these color cubes to inspire her interior creations throughout the Sylvanian village. So let's get started with one of her projects. She met with Ms. Dormouse recently, who just moved into a new home. Ms. Dormouse has contracted Rosalind to help her design her kitchen space. She tells Rosalind that she would love the kitchen to have a cozy feel, yet be reminiscent of her childhood years growing up by the sea. Is Rosalind up for this creative challenge? I have no doubt, but first let me tell you more about this house we'll be decorating. So this is the vintage unit house from the Japanese Sylvanian Families collection. You can stack these rectangular units upon each other, or you can put them together in different patterns on one floor and create different structures. In this unit house collection, you could see there are several different pieces, and you have roofs and even smaller units, and then there are panels that can be slid into each side for doors, windows, or just a blank wall. In the photos you see here, they're showing 2 unit houses put together, and then the photo on the right shows 3 unit houses put together. And then down here, we have unit houses stacked upon each other with the roof put on top. Individually, each structure looks pretty plain, but put together, you could really create something nice. These pages from a collection book show more of the items that come with the unit set and different ways to put them together. It also works well with the vintage bakery in the collection with a red roof that you see on the right-hand page. I'd really like to create a mouse community with the layout you see here. So let's get back to Rosalind's project. It's hard to keep up with her, but she's already come up with a design plan for Ms. Dormouse. And this is the unique and challenging color card she chose for the project. When you turn the card over, you see the names of the colors and samples of different hues. So let's take a look at the wallpaper she's going to propose. Oh, it's a really nice brown with dark brown, delicate flowers on it. That gives a cozy feel. Let's see how well things go with the color card she chose for her inspiration. She found these fresh colored kitchen furniture pieces inspired by the thoughts of the sea. These blue furniture pieces are from the Applewood department store in the Sylvanian collection. Rosalind went through a number of different kitchen table ideas and ultimately decided on this delicate white kitchen table and chair set. Here's a closer look at the room we're designing for Ms. Dormouse. This is the rectangular unit house, and we are going to slide in the side panels. We are going to have a blank wall on one side and a window on the other side. You could see the windows on the back of the house open and close. I really like how I could use this unit house for a room box display. Rosalind proposed to use this deep, rich wood floor for the kitchen, and Ms. Dormouse was very excited about it, as her last house had linoleum floors. This is simply a piece of craft paper I had, and I made a colored copy of it. I then did some meticulous measurements here so that we could make the wallpaper. So now let's hang up that wallpaper. So a tip when you're trying to wallpaper your critter home, always use a scrap paper first for your template, which is what I did here by making a copy of my wallpaper design pattern. Because no matter how careful you are with measuring and cutting, you are bound to eventually make a mistake like you see here, where my wallpaper doesn't reach the top of the wall. But now we have it all fixed and the wallpaper is hung up completely, and I think it looks pretty cozy. So let's start moving in the furniture and appliances. I'm very happy how this color combination is turning out. I don't think I would have thought of this combination on my own, so that color card did not steer us wrong. I think this copper cookware will look nice and will complement the little copper faucet on the sink. I've also thrown in a couple of other light blue accessories to complement the kitchen furniture. After adding more accessories into the kitchen, let's take a closer look. The white table and chairs are from a 35th anniversary set in the Sylvanian collection. The blue watering can with the lemons in it is from a wonderful Re-Ment collection lemonade stand, and I'll put a link in my description to Peachy's Sylvanian Village channel. She has a great unboxing of that lemonade set. In the nook between the two furniture pieces, I've added a brown stool from a camping set and then some cleaning supplies from the vintage Sylvanian interior set. The white base of the blender you see here matches the white kitchen table. I love the cocoa colored wallpaper in this kitchen, giving a cozy feel with the dark brown flowers looking like a precious calico print. I think the copper cookware looks great. Oh, and if you could just smell that freshly baked lemon meringue pie in the oven. I also really love the color of the wood floor. The blue scale ties in with the blue furniture pieces. I think Rosalind Renard did a fantastic job with this kitchen. But more importantly, Miss Dormouse is thrilled. As they share coffee and muffins, she tells Rosalind Renard that the kitchen design has exceeded her expectations. Rosalind is pleased that her client senses the cozy from the warm brown colors and calico-inspired wallpaper, and that the refreshing shade of blue that was chosen reminds Ms. Dormouse of her childhood growing up by the sea. Now, Rosalind wanted to challenge herself to use the same color palette to design her next project. And that is for another client who has hired Rosalind to design a more mature bedroom for her preteen daughter. Let's move on to this next room design. Here you see the calming blue wallpaper that Rosalind has chosen to go with the new furniture that her client has purchased. The wallpaper is hung, and she's going to use the same classic wood color for the floor. Now let's move the furniture in. I'm checking out my ribbon collection to find some window treatments. But let's not grow up too fast. There will always be room for dolls and stuffed animals. I wonder what lucky critter this beautiful room is going to belong to. It's the meerkat daughter, and she can't believe how grown up her new room is. Too grown up, you may ask? No, she's quite an elegant young lady, inspired by many of her favorite books from the Victorian era. Another happy client and another successful project for Rosalind Renard. Let's look at our two rooms together, a bedroom and a kitchen designed using colors inspired by the same palette. A super fun and challenging project to do, and I'm going to save some of these wallpaper swatches that we see here in Ms. Renard's bag. I hope you enjoyed these room designs. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to have my subscribers participate in the future and maybe vote for a color card to use in a future room design.